So this U.S. border crisis is pretty much unstoppable at this point. We are going to continue to see tens of thousands of illegal immigrants enter into the United States every single week. We're going to see millions of people enter into the United States just in 2024 alone. And this is causing a massive concern from many city mayors and from many state governors. But they're pressing the Biden administration to do more. And the Biden administration, as of this past week, is trying to do a little bit more. But many say it could be too little, too late. Now, I want to address what is going on here, because just the other day we saw this border security bill that Congress was attempting to pass. Well, they're still attempting to pass a bill. However, they're pulling out the border security aspect of it. Now, I want to address why this is in just a moment. All I ask is one thing. If you enjoy these daily updates, again, do me a favor, go ahead, hit that like button, and now let's begin. So you're probably thinking, this is absolutely crazy. This is complete insanity. Why would we be passing a bill for border security when it doesn't include border security aspects? There's no provisions in there. Well, here's the reason why. It has to do with Ukraine. The Senate, just the other day, they advanced a $95 billion Ukraine funding bill. This also includes funding for Israel and some for Gaza and Taiwan as well. But here's the big concern. This right here, the budget talks. Now you're probably thinking, well, what budget? Well, this is why everything's falling apart. Because right now, the United States has until March 1st. Okay, March 1st. That is 3 weeks from today. That's 21 days from today. So in 3 weeks, we have to have a new government funding bill, or else some agencies are going to shut down. And you're probably thinking, well, 3 weeks, that's not a big deal, right? We got a lot of time. Well, here's the concern, and this is why this border security issue and this massive crisis is unstoppable. It's because of Congress's schedule. Look at this right here. So here's February, all right? This is the month we're in. Today is February 9th. Here's the reason this is a problem. Okay, the blue is when the Senate is only in session. So today, the Senate is the only one in session. The House of Representatives is not. Well, look at next week, the 12th through the 16th. The 12th, nobody is there. And so Tuesday through the 16th, it's only the House of Representatives is in session. Look at the following week. There is a recess for both houses, okay, for both chambers. So the Senate isn't there for the next 2 weeks. Then the House is not there from the 19th through the 23rd. And then it's only the Senate is going to be in session from the 26th through the 1st. That's a problem because we have to pass a bill before March 1st. Okay? Now, here's the reason I bring all this up. Because right now they are discussing an extra $95 billion to go to Ukraine, Taiwan, Israel, and Gaza. That $20 billion that was in there for the U.S. border security bill, it has been stripped. That money is no longer included. Now, here's where things get interesting. As of right now, they are discussing how they can provide additional funding to Ukraine. The number one reason why is because the Biden administration says that if we do not send additional funding and additional resources to Ukraine, then Russia is going to win that war, and that would happen very soon. Well, in the interview that was released from Tucker Carlson and Russian President Vladimir Putin just yesterday, Vladimir Putin stated that if the United States just stops giving weapons to Ukraine, this war would be over in a few weeks. In just a few weeks. He doesn't say that Russia would lose. He says it would be over in a few weeks. That was all he said. So it's kind of the concern is, can we allow Russia to win this war against Ukraine? Well, the answer is no. And here's the reason why. If we allow Russia to overtake Ukraine, it's taken them about 3 years. Okay? So in that time frame, again, it's been a massive problem, but in that time frame, China has been watching. China now knows what the United States is capable of doing or not capable of doing. And so according to many experts and according to Pentagon officials, they are highly concerned with China at this time. Because if the United States and our allies decide to stop supporting Ukraine, China could decide to invade Taiwan. And if they do, guess what? The United States would have to decide, do we go into a somewhat of a war against China, or do we just allow them to take over Taiwan? Well, again, that's part of the problem. If we go into a war with China, the United States has seen a lot of our stockpile be depleted. We haven't been able to replenish our stockpile just yet. So as a result, our armed forces, our military, is somewhat weakened. Now, here's the concern. What does this mean for the U.S. border? Well, we've already heard from the FBI and Homeland Security just a couple weeks ago, and they both stated that China is a real threat because Chinese nationals and military-age men are sneaking into the United States and going who knows where with absolutely, we don't know their intentions. And that's a problem because not only are we threatened by their cyber attacks, which we've been able to shut down many over the past couple weeks, but we're also threatened by individuals physically here in the U.S. So again, everybody's talking about all this, we got to be careful because people from Mexico are coming into the United States. The Mexican nationals, honestly, that's not the problem, according to experts. It's not the Mexican nationals, because what they are trying to do is come into the United States, and instead of making $10 to $15 per day like they do in Mexico, they're hoping to make $10 to $15 per hour. This is one of the reasons why many people that come up from Mexico are going to Washington State for their agriculture, going to Oregon, again, for agriculture, going to California, again, for agriculture. That's where they're going because they are trying to get jobs, make some money, provide for themselves and their family back down in Mexico. So it's not the people from Mexico that are the real concern. It's the people from other countries. Those are the ones that are highly concerning to the Pentagon and to multiple White House officials. Now, all I can tell you at this point is we're going to see what happens. But Texas is not waiting. Governor Greg Abbott, he vows to expand Texas's border standoff with the Biden administration because the Biden administration is wanting Texas to back off, allow the federal government to step in, overtake the park in Eagle Pass, and allow them to process more migrants into the United States faster. Texas says, no, not on our watch. But at the same time, because of everything going on in Texas, because of all the media attention, because of all the lawmakers headed to Texas, we are now seeing an increase in illegal immigration into California and to Arizona because they are pretty much allowing people just to walk right in. Now, here's what is going on. Louisiana's governor plans to deploy 150 National Guard members to the U.S.-Mexico border and just help out. Many state governors have already vowed they will send National Guard troops if the border needs it. They're just asking, you let us know when, and we will send them. So, all I can tell you right now, Texas is going up against the federal government. We are seeing many people are highly concerned because their resources in their city and their state are being depleted faster than ever before. And the real threat, because of everything that's going on, it actually has to do with China and Chinese nationals, military-age men, coming into the United States and posing a threat to us now and in the future. So, I just wanted to provide you with this quick little update and this warning that these talks regarding this $95 billion for Ukraine aid, the problem is it may never pass, not just in the Senate, but in the House of Representatives as well, simply because we have a budgeting issue where the government funding bill has to be passed within the next 3 weeks. And on top of that, they're still providing $60 billion to Ukraine and only talking about $20 billion for the U.S. southern border. So we'll see what happens there. All I can tell you is this border crisis is unstoppable at the moment.